Welcome to Acro Fundamentals Lesson 9. I apologize again, guys. We are having major mic issues, so welcome to your Acro lesson. It's me, Tamara Chase here, and again, Mike is out. So here's Allison. She's going to be demonstrating for me, and we are going to be starting with our cardio warm-up. So this is done to Jain. The song is called All Right. We're starting holding the intro in our plank. And for copyright purposes and reasons, we unfortunately can't put the audio in this clip. So for the intro, we're holding this plank, doming out our back, pressing the floor away from us so you can see, especially on the top of my back, it's nice and rounded. And we're gonna go into these hip dips for the verse. So this part is the verse of the song. I believe it's about 4 counts of 8, doing these hip dips. Make sure you're breathing here, and we're going to take it into these caterpillar walks during the chorus. Every time the chorus comes on, we are jumping into those caterpillar walks, so it's easy to remember, easy to choreograph, and easy for teachers. Nice job, guys, and we're going to go into those shoulder taps. Try not to let those hips move side to side. As you can see, mine are rocking very badly. Sorry about that, but Allison here is going to keep on going. So this is the verse again, guys, into those shoulder taps. Here comes the chorus, and we jump right back into those caterpillar walks. Be sure to keep your knees straight here and walk all the way back into that plank and all the way back into that pike. And come down onto our knees. We're going to go into these wrist circles. This is the verse part. So every time the verse is on, we are doing a new movement or skill. All right, back up into that plank, because once again, here comes that chorus. I could sing it for you guys, but I'm not really the best singer. I found this singer and this song over in South Africa, so it's pretty unique and pretty cool. All right, we're gonna jump into those overcrossed wrist stretches. Count of 8 on the right, and then switch for a count of 8, stretching the other side. And then there's one more round of caterpillar walks before the song ends. But we're gonna jump into our stretching and flexibility. So this is a little different this month. We have a flex, plie, stretch. So we're gonna flex that foot, plie, bend our working leg, and straighten as we really reach out and spiral onto this diagonal. So again, we plie, flex, bend the foot, reach it forward, and point. Do this anytime, anything around 4 to 8 times per leg. This is a great one, guys. I really enjoy this one. It feels amazing. And we're gonna take it to the left, flex, plie, reach out, open that chest. And we're gonna walk it down to the center, and we're gonna hold it here in this straddle stretch, making sure our toes do not touch the floor, making sure it's nice and turned out. All right. Turning it out more, working that rotation and that turnout, we're going to go into our knee drops. So we're in this position, as you can see here, and we're going to pulse those knees back, 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 working into the hips. So you can really feel how far can you go, how far can you turn out in this position. And we're going to stretch it all the way up, walk those hands down the middle one more time. Let's take a little bit of a stretch. And we're gonna go to the side straddle stretch, over to the right, again, making sure that those big toes do not touch the floor. And stretch it over to the left. And walk it down the center. If you'd like to, you can go ahead and roll it forward into that middle split. So we're gonna rock those hips forward, and we're really gonna make sure we're squeezing our low bum, and now is the one time we're allowed to turn our knees towards the mirror. Okay, let's jump into back and contortion. So we're doing our Cobra series, which you are familiar with. This month, we're only going to do it with straight legs open. So we come up with both legs straight, and we're gonna bend the right leg, then we're gonna bend the left leg, and we're gonna stretch it up and place both toes on our head, really opening our chest, our shoulders, and our heart center. And we're gonna push back into child's pose at any time that you guys need into those reverse crunches. As you can see, Allison is using beautiful back muscles here. On that 10th one, be sure to hold it. Your students may not be this high right now, and that is a-okay. Again, Allison has been with me since she was 3 years old. She's been through every single lesson plan and class curriculum with me. She is now in her 4th year of training. So we're gonna go back and we're gonna do our knee back bends 4 times. On the 4th one, try to grab those toes and see if you can hold it. If you're still not at this level to go back on your own, you can do your back bend leans. You can always take it a step back in that progression. All right, onto our thoracic and chest stretch. We're gonna keep our bum up in the air. Be sure to point your toes behind you. And we're gonna press that chest down into the floor, pull our tummy in, and really breathe here. Light pressure on the chin as well. So you really wanna press that chest down, and these arms you wanna think of like a candy cane, really spiraling inwards to go a little bit deeper into that shoulder. Okay, we're gonna do our epic split hold, which is 2 minutes on each side. And this doesn't matter if you are flat or not, hold where you are for 2 minutes on each side. Okay, let's press it up into those back bends. Let's go into our back bend series. Here this month we have gentle rocks, just shifting the weight forwards and backwards into the hands, into the feet. And we go into our extensions, which is our right and our left. Be sure to hold this for 10 seconds each side. And we're gonna extend our arms up for 5 seconds and 5 seconds, and come on down and do about 4 rock and rolls. Nice, and we're gonna press it right back up. We're gonna practice opposites on your own time. So you can see it's one leg and then your opposite arm. So Allison has her left leg up and her right arm is lifting. This is a tough one and it's gonna take some practice. Good job. Okay, we're going into no feet and no hands. We have 4 hops and 4 lifts, and you should keep your arms straight at this level. There we go, she changed it. Really thinking of straightening those knees as you rock. That's gonna help your students learn to come up to standing. We're going straight into that deep back bend stretch, squeezing your glutes to protect your back. And come on down, throw those feet up and over your head, shake it out. Backbend Developpes. So guys, these are on counts. We're gonna passe 1, out 2, hold 3, tendu 4. Repeat, passe, extend, and hold, and down. Yes, we do this about 4 times on each side, or you could do it 8 times on the right, take a break, and then 8 times on the left. Really make sure that your students are going to extend that knee and get it nice and straight and squeeze that leg. Well done, guys. All right, shake it out. We're doing 100. These can be either crunches or sit-ups, okay? But since we've been working into the back, we want to work the opposing muscle just as much, which is our abdominals, okay? So I'm explaining to Allison here that we don't want to do a chin up, curving and using our head. We want to lift up to the ceiling as much as we can, so we engage the correct muscles. So you can either place your hands behind your head and keep those elbows open, or you can extend them in front of you like so. And Allison's going to do her crunches. We were breaking these up into 20 to 30 sets and then taking a few second break and then going into the next one, but you want to make sure you do 100 total. So you can see I'm going to fix Allison's arms here and make sure she's lifting up to the ceiling, and getting those shoulder blades off the floor. So she's starting to go down a little bit too much with those arms. I'm going to jump in and start lifting them back up to where they should be. This one really worked her abs, as you can see. It was a very good exercise. So make sure you do 100. All right, teardrop baskets. So see this beautiful teardrop, making sure that we're squeezing our glutes always. She's gonna fix her hands and we're gonna go right into that donut fall. So this month we're trying to close those knees. It's gonna target a different part of your back. It's gonna be a little bit more intense. You're gonna feel it. Make sure that your students are ready for this one first. Practice open knee donuts for as long as you need before you start closing those knees. It's the same thing as doing a Cobra stretch. You're just lying over on your side. Okay, back bends from standing. Since we're gonna get into that tumbling and limbering section a lot more intensely, we need to really try to get this by the end of this year. So 4 back bends from standing, no more on the wall. Shift that weight forward into those legs. Place those hands down and straighten those knees as you go to come up, keeping the head back. So the head is the first thing to go back here, and it's the last thing to come up. All right, let's see your chin stands. So you can alternate, you can do toes to head at this point, or you can do straight legs up in the air. This depends on your students and what you are all comfortable with. You know your own students best. All right, balancing. We are in our scorpions. Okay, you should be able to hit this position by the end of the year or by the end of your second year doing this level. Remember that every student pretty much goes through this for 2 seasons, depending on how often they train. Okay, we're gonna go into our headstands. So goal is to have our full headstand at this point, 9 months into training. Okay, you can see her legs are still a little bit forward, and that's okay because she's keeping all the weight in her arms, which is nice. Okay, elbow stands. So we're working into that double attitude. And this is pretty much what it looks like when the girls are practicing and boys are practicing in the studio. You're walking around correcting, but they're kicking up, they're doing their own thing. Okay, try to get around to as many kids as you can. So I'm gonna step in here and help spot her. Did you see how she lifted up a lot more as soon as I put my hands right there? And then watch, she's really gonna hold it here because she's lifting out of those shoulder sockets and pressing into her forearms. Yay! Okay, handstands. That was a really bad example. Watch her second one. You're gonna see she gets the hang of it here. She's gonna start lifting those toes up to the ceiling. But this is again what the practice in the class looks like. And there, did you see how she pressed the floor away from her, really lifted those shoulders, and see how that balance? She's a lot more engaged with her legs and all of her muscles in nice and tight. Okay, shouldering the leg. So we're gonna grab the inside of our heel and extend that leg up. Okay, you can have the arm in high fifth, you can have the arm extended out. Balancing on the wood floor is actually a lot easier, so you could see that's why we were there for our elbow stand and everything else. Allison prefers working on the wood. All right, keeping those hips down as much as possible. And we don't want to grab the outside of our heel. See what she's doing? Make sure we're grabbing the inside so we can promote a little bit of some healthy turnout. We don't want to be too turned out in acro, I know, but this is a healthy turnout rotation of turnout. All right, technique and drill. This is my favorite one, and we are going to the side. So this is the same as last month. We did it devant or to the front. Now we're doing it to the side or a la Saucon. We're doing the slow leg lifts right now, 8 times. And then we're gonna start going a little bit faster, trying to even her hips out. You can see she needs to turn out her working leg a little bit more. There, she just did it. Get that knee to the ceiling and keep that supporting leg straight. Then we're gonna hold it and we're gonna go into our passes. It's coming up here soon. Passe and extend, really focusing on keeping that knee looking to the ceiling as much as possible. I don't care if the leg goes lower, but do not touch the floor. That's the only way you're gonna get better, the only way you're gonna get stronger. And I'm really making sure that she's going all the way to that straight position, because what tends to happen is they don't fully extend. And there's that turnout. Now we're holding it for 10 seconds and then we are done. Okay, so everything that we do on the right, we do on the left too. Anything that we do forwards, we do backwards, and vice versa. So here she is demonstrating on the left. You can see that she's turning in slightly, but she's working on it. She's trying. There we go. That was a little bit better. At least she knows what she needs to fix and she's working on it. Keeping those shoulders even, not letting them move, squaring the hips off, opening, turning out the passe. Pulling your belly button into your spine. This exercise is a killer, but it's so good. As you can see, she's got to shake it out. All right, traveling across the floor, we are going into those pike forward rolls. So keep those legs nice and straight, press up as high as you can. As you can see, Allison is getting a lot higher than what she was. She just needs to nail the timing of it. And we go into those back pike rolls. Make sure you keep those legs nice and straight as you go to stand up. One-handed cartwheels. Okay, so we've got Allison swinging her arm now. And we're gonna go to the left. See how she's doing that full swing. We talked about these one-handed cartwheel progressions in the previous lesson. Okay, but this month we are starting far arm cartwheels. So we're gonna put our right foot out in front and our left arm. Okay, first progression, stack the hands. Second progression, pull the arm in. Third, swing the arm to make it look beautiful. Okay, so there she is stacking her hands. You can see her left arm is on the bottom and she's cartwheeling to the right. Now we're gonna have her go ahead and pull that arm up and just take it away and go for it. So this is progression number 2. See how her arm is kind of bent, it's sloppy, but she's working on it. And then now progression number 3, we're gonna have her try to swing that arm and make it look nice and pretty. She swings it and lands. We're practicing, we'll get there. Okay, standing round off. So we're going from that tendu position, landing on 2 feet and rebounding. Okay, this stage in the game, this is her stronger side, you can see on the left. We are just working on them learning to rotate those hips. Okay, front kickovers, that was not the best example, but it's kicking up into a handstand, landing on your 2 feet, and then coming up to standing. You should be able to have the majority of your class doing these across the mat without any spots. And same for backbend kickovers, majority of your class should be able to do this on a flat mat at this point. Yes, you're 9 months into your training. We should be good with this one. Okay, partnering for this month. This is an easy peasy one. You can do it directly with your students or you can have your students do it with each other. Make sure the base's hands are placed above her knees. So you can see my hands are above Allison's knees and we're gonna go into Cobra. She's gonna straighten those legs out and watch how she lifts her hips up. She lifts her hips up in order to put her feet on the floor. Okay, pretty self-explanatory. Thanks guys for checking in and watching this episode and we will see you next month for lesson 10. All right, love you guys, bye.